Just want a little, I smoke, yeah. Nigga, I burn the marijuana and they won't book me for that. See me on the streets, here they come, here they at. Stroll around the corner, hands in the hood, where they gat. They won't book me for that. Won't bag me for that, huh? Undercovers come up to me, ask me for crack, not protect and to serve. That's provoking the act. They won't book me for that. They won't bag me for that. But the man in ties, they just look at me back. I burn the marijuana and they won't book me for that. Is it the rich that is mean or the ways that you stack? Or the pigmentation of his skin, he's black, like they won't book me for that. They won't bag me for that. Ain't even speeding, I'm doing my limit. Can't be taxed, it's illegal. System structured, so you can't be rich. Got us breathing mustard. My brain's blue from the smoke. Ponics, human product. Illumines force light, they call simulate. The devil used man to try to make life, cause God wouldn't tell him, condemn him, fell him. God gave us the seed to reproduce till Mother Earth is full. So in the mean, I burn the marijuana and they won't book me for that. See me on the streets, here they come, here they at. Stroll around the corner, hands in the hood, with the gats. They won't book me for that. Where the good people at? Motherfuckers come up to me, ask me for crack. Protect them to serve, that's provoking the act. They won't book me for that. They won't back me for that. But a man in ties, they just look at me back, cause they think I'm black. Nah, man. Bruh. Something like that. Nigga.
Marijuana, yo, it calm me. I don't know why they always on me. On it in a king family. If you stop us, we put it out calmly. Officer, where's your authority to impede a national on her land or his seas? How I love the sense of me. Bonnet I tell, no grabber in my weed. We check out the stems and seeds. Rolling while I'm rolling, that's a regular tendency. Enough man beat the NSC, but me some bubba roots or some ganja tea. I take 2 drugs for my enemies. Envious bad mind with the jealousy. But on the nothing we are the remedy. Chef in Zanga bit, we mastered the recipe. Watch this roll, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I don't care who sees, I burn my herb in the streets. The cushion bang is always on me. Few times the pussy them try swam me. Intelligent tone, I tell them calmly, I'm MIA, Moorish Imperial Army. Mind what you say, you might rub me wrongly. Matter in me eye, I bury and beef. Me no even brush me teeth. Me want me tampy, me no get a split me bun, me get cranky.
Marijuana and they won't book me for that. See me on the streets, here they come, here they at. Stroll around the corner, hands in the hood, where they gat. They won't book me for that. Won't bag me for that, huh? Undercovers come up to me, ask me for cracks, not protect and to serve. That's provoking the act. They won't book me for that. They won't bag me for that. But the man in ties, they just look at me back. I burn the marijuana and they won't book me for that. Is it the rich that is mean or the ways that you stack? Or the pigmentation of his skin, he's black, like they won't book me for that. They won't bag me for that.
Whew. Fuck me, that was intense.
Young offender on the grid. I've been doing a bit since a little kid. Then it was the adult side. I lose my respect if I let it slide, then it slid. I kept my flow hid, and the words don't skid. With respect to the house, here's a piece on me. If you wanna leave calmly, while they're busy smoking, I'm easy roping, with the hot blonde wide open. It jaws, wasn't joking, pop your lids, unless you really wanna live. Stop the fits, with one less ribs. Engineering, anonymous, is it preposterous? They could doctor us, is it ancient chemist, or is it just genetic? All I get is aesthetic. 2 million years of history, just forget it. If you let it, don't you dare ruin your credit. As I stare at your social club, pinky swear. A supreme being, intervene, it was something green. I didn't know how to adjust the screen. Second look, it was just as clean. Dust a fiend with some muscle cream. Let her know this is not a dream. My flow is the stream to the most pristine. You never seen this like me.
The rhyme pattern and design so intricate. You'll never see the sign, so here's a kit. But don't F around with mine or the syndicate. You straight stay in line or the stinker get. Like you on a landmine in a sinking pit. It's not just your music, only stink like shit. We see right through your phony, you counterfeit. Pass a piece of Frano, wanna roll a split. Where I'm from in Toronto, all we know is flip. Firm grip, under grip, gotta hold his hip. All they know is download and loading clips. I just rep the G code, we ain't new to this. Don't let me get in beast mode, metamorphosis. Yo, we got the street zone, no forcefulness. And all the ether zone, call me Morpheus. Find our way home, more free us. No scissors and comb, nagas niggas. Blood and bone, muscle tissue, form fetus. And we never on our own, Allah feeds us.
I keep it roping, I'm eloping. Well spoken, here's a token. Genuine, no joking. And if I pause, my
Young offender on the grid. I've been doing a bit since a little kid. Then it was the adult side. I lose my respect if I let it slide. Then it slid. I kept my flow hid, and the words don't skid. With respect to the house, here's a piece on me. If you wanna leave calmly, while they're busy smoking, I'm easy roping, with the hot blonde wide open. It jaws, wasn't joking, pop your lids, unless you really wanna live. Stop the fits, with one less ribs. Engineering, anonymous, is it preposterous? They could doctor us, is it ancient chemist, or is it just genetic? All I get is aesthetic. 2 million years of history, just forget it. If you let it, don't you dare ruin your credit. As I stare at your social club, pinky swear. A supreme being, intervene, it was something green. I didn't know how to adjust the screen. Second look, it was just as clean. Dust a fiend with some muscle cream. Let her know this is not a dream. My flow is the stream to the most pristine. You never seen this like me.
The rhyme pattern and design so intricate. You'll never see the sign, so here's a kit. But don't F around with mine or the syndicate. You straight stay in line or the stinker get. Like you on a landmine in a sinking pit. It's not just your music, only stink like shit. We see right through your phony, you counterfeit. Pass a piece of Frano, wanna roll a split. Where I'm from in Toronto, all we know is flip. Firm grip, under grip, gotta hold his hip. All they know is download and loading clips. I just rep the G code, we ain't new to this. Don't let me get in beast mode, metamorphosis. Yo, we got the street zone, no forcefulness. And all the ether zone, call me Morpheus. Find our way home, more free us. No scissors and comb, nagas niggas. Blood and bone, muscle tissue, form fetus. And we never on our own, Allah feeds us.
I keep it roping, I'm eloping. Well spoken, here's a token. Genuine, no joking. And if I pause, my mind is in motion. Who's up next for the smoking while I'm bearing arms? I'm steady toting a brain load of weaponry, ready to expose it. The stories of all lies, I got the man secure to hostess. Many wanna boast it and run game and then revoke it. You better off dead. The majority is voted. I post playing, giving you a dosage. The punchline is potent, knocking niggas out like a close fist. Coming from the rats and the roaches. Many want to say they the one who came the closest to royalty and fame, and as the president approaches, acknowledge what my name is and claim an island off the coast. Yes, my chronology is most best. Floating like a locust, I'm heavy in the streets. Take notice, I've arrived. There's the chance for me to blow this.
Lamism developed in Tibet in the Tang dynasty, and then passed into Mongolia and northeast China. Lamaism is the Buddhism practiced in Tibet. This type of Buddhism is the Indian Mahayana Buddhism, intermingled with elements of Asian Tibetan religions. High person indicates great stature in the British religion. A noble man of much wisdom and good works, standing higher than all others. Therefore, a high person, a Tibetan Buddhist Lama, is like the abbot in Chinese Buddhism. Abbots are the monks' instructors. They pass on their wisdom in the same way as any other type of teacher. The abbot.
Step down from your 13th step. Stranger, who's black here, take first step. Savior, KRS is my nature. Then correction papers, I'm a motherfucking savior. Hey, give thanks to my makers, not just high. See you later to my haters. Keep it up, adopt a planet on these traders. Even flux, got full principle. The fifth is just who damn government if not us, the people. Me, the mama, the papa, come first. Find them within the internal compass. Jump on the llama when the industry holds from the drama. When it starts back up, more's on top where we alter. This world more than just, hey, what's up for the slaughter? The abbot, the panda, nobody grander. The stature, Prophet Noble to Ali is the answer.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot.
Yeah.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The abbot.
Our abbot brought us Islamism, no disunity or divisionism. He never died, we survived the great schism, avalanche, lies, and libel. He made us national, not tribal. In propria persona, don't throw away your Bible. Affirm, never swear, matriarch, not rival. Honors to the mothers using menstrual cycles to make waves tidal. I'm his disciple. Teachings of our abbot needs to go viral. We recycle Quran questions, recital, chakra spiral, lower self stifle. So delightful. Awaiting higher self arrival. Trained us to be mental fittest for survival. Gave up the slave tags for ancestral titles. Back from the dead when the abbot tapped my spinal. Not the heavy metal band, but the path of the left hand.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The abbot.
Developing inner self is like building physical muscle. Even when we're physically still, remember spiritual hustle. Must you question our prefer answers and lessons? Been in sessions with those that develop spirit like professions. The message is trust thyself. The more we know, balance with the more that we know there's more we don't know. Gotta grow still. Decay's the only other option. I don't like that feel, so I cut and connect with real. Not just to heal, to thrive. To escalate our inner state, once focused on survive. We better now, we rise. Devise plans, harmonizing my logic and inner man. Stand still, listen to inner voice, articulate real. Fulfillment of the goal of oneness is truly silence. Inner outer self is one. No plus, no minus, or mind is MYND or harmonization. Physical, ethereal, and us creations waiting.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. The abbot, the abbot, the abbot.
Yeah.
A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The abbot.
It's a journey for whoever's worthy to learn of self and not to ossify behaviors early. It's still a controversy. Flat earth, round earth, who the first people? They try to calculate a formula to keep it equal. But I am the nemesis to all you supremacists, putting all the emphasis to crush all your benefits, distorting what was relevant, tracing back to Genesis. The proof is in the pudding, we impeach more than presidents. Still we take your precedence, uplifting humanity. Sipping on you dirty Moors, I'm standing with who's backing me. Year 1933 was a tragedy, a blessing in the same breath, removing all the chains from the brain, so plain left, never disappear, it's essential from this plain flesh. Student always learning, this is certain, I am shameless. The abbot to the abbot, we going through the same test.
The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. The abbot, the abbot, the abbot. A noble man, of much wisdom, and good works, The Abbott.
Abbott said don't abort the mission. Never waited for the first decision. Escape from this corporate fiction. Sometimes high, sometimes low. Phase in and out. Constant switching, different route. Avoid the friction. Watch your mouth. Change addiction. Status out. For jurisdiction. What we about? Most will listen. Build this house. My solar system. Beginning south. Be in remission. Got no doubt. My prophet's mission. My prophet's vision.
A noble man. The Abbott. The Abbott. The Abbott. The Abbott. The Abbott.
Yes, y'allin', discard them like blunt trash. Active more Avengers, call that a hawk smash. Your conscious spoon sniffling booze and role models. Won't accept facts and just quarrel. Yes, y'allin', discard them like blunt trash. Active more Avengers, call that a hawk smash. Your conscious spoon sniffling booze and role models. Won't accept facts and just quarrel. No 5 principles, of course, no profit. Facebook and YouTube names they won't have on the docket. They say go fund me, and when you go fund them and get robbed, I say I told you, don't fund them. Still won't listen and call yourself deaf. While most say middle, my path is right hand or left. Some say your cult and think we worship Baphomet. We just Sufis with trance for Muhammad. Offerings of fruit for Oya and Oshun. If that won't work, we call in some Shangoons. Summon demons at the full blood and new moons. Mirror steel blade only escaped by a few coons. And those that escaped are on the run and stay running. Falling off the London Bridge or jumping.
Nobody beats
the Moors.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors. We studied from the masters, we know that's self-reloaded. From Moorish Empire books to hip-hop decoded. Before modern decoders, we studied A.A. Rashid, Conscious Kent Hemet, Basil Lehman Akeem. Moore's water up the table round like common had soul. We got degrees by the pound, stay uplifting humanity. We got Moors near Japan and lands nether and even Afghanistan. On every Atlantis island, Moors you find them. Repping Moorish nation, not Turtle Island. Island when it's really a continent. Anybody saying Drew Ali's a myth incompetent. Claiming black and Indian nonsense, then begging active Moors to help you out your consequence. We still lend a hand, our first principle love. Realize, not a hand, just a stick in a glove.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors. On and on till the break of dawn. Many Negro black scholars cointel pawns. Doing dirty work, keep you deaf and dumb. With no love, truth, peace, justice, or freedom. Moors have returned, called the ancient ones. We are the copper-toned natives, not the Asian ones. Feathers up in turbans, Allah's patient sons. Key man escaped shots from Smith agent guns. Or any call to pro-plans or cease his plots. Not getting a slave name, talking to racist cops. Violating oaths of office and ethics. Never knew I was a Moor, thought I was synthetic. Stop being skeptic, suddenly apologetic. We shut down the psychological warfare methods. Active Moors check it, see it as a lesson. Muftis will know their strength before the foes test it.
Nobody beats the
Nobody beats the Moors.
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 Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors. Nobody beats the Moors.
This is all.
This is all 9 lives, synchronized in perfect step, time after time, averting certain death before you leave. Must relieve karmic debt, which begat this war within us. C-Tech best, dust off records, our forebearers left. Put the needle to the groove, return to their mindset. Download begins, rewind cassette. Time is death, so then kill your clocks. This the will of Allah, filling you all to the rim, and then some till it spills and it falls over all facets of the masses. Transactions composed in maxims, revising your cannons. Drove past heaven, it was littered with abandoned mansions. So I adverse possessed like 5 or 6. Gave them back the addresses. I got family moving in. Forget the madness, let the reversion begin.
True Ali, the mastermind, other leaders asinine. Never dropping facts, use emotions to pass the time. Never make it on my shrine. Kundalini up the spine, halo glow to aftershock. Make you see the sign of times. Beeline to bloodline, Aquarian age flood minds. Rhyme like a plumb line. Sometimes it's bud time. Rock mid-range deadly, all around the foul line. Playback on front line. Moorish is my guideline. Step and cause a fault line. Throw your service offline. Watch them get outshine. Cross me like a state line. Get cut like a break line. F you and your concubine. Strangle with a fishing line. When I help is genuine. Always from the heart. All chakras are intertwined. Self you must redefine. More from the civil line. Not the clandestine. Stake a vamp at chest line. Sun stay stationary. Shadow left behind. Say you don't want to. Not that you have no sign. See good in everything and how you must train the mind. Give out some love and find peace sublime. Water and the key lime keeps the body alkaline. Law should remain divine, not too much maritime. Get all 13 journals of the Moorish paradigm. Israelites from Saraline. My path is the narrow line. Thought you had the upper hand. I saw it like a tarot line.
I'm painting with the big P in game 6. Unity about as crucial as game 6 of the finals. I'm glowing like I won the title, but Ellen Beta noble titles. Don't worship humans, that's a false idol. Heavenly vibes coming from my recital. Middle fingers to connivers and instigators. The truth to revive you like the liberators. So this a pump to the chest. Utilize what's useful and throw away the rest. My vegan ways have put the beef to rest. My calling got directed like receptionist. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to put that bullshit to rest. So think mother every time you see a crest. The Moors is here to bring that bullshit to rest.
When I step in the center, they can tell I'm a winner, live my life right. Thank God, Lord, I'm not a sinner, live my life like I'm passing through time. Disastrous crimes, you killing up my people, I'm asking you back, that's why. You feeling the energy rise, because we open the eyes, we see the open skies and all them cop picking lies. That's how I battle enemies, I be using my energy. I move like the centipede, in the mirror see tending me. Pay attention to tendencies, trying to mess up the chemistry. We can be one big family. I do it for the nation. How many gon' stand with me? I got the prophet up front and you're mad at me. Can't love a man that look like you when it's sad to see. I'm just acting like the children watching and it has to be. Nationality got me feeling like a dad to beat. Grass sheep provide the beat and I just had to bring the heat. Khalifa society, Canaanland Moors, Moorish connection, rise of the Moors.
Islam Moors honors the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Praise due to Allah for having been 15 years. 15 years. All the Moors that saw the beacon light at Canaanland. And you're still here. You're still here. Still repping. 15 years. Go back and check all the YouTubes that we did with all the Moor Avengers over the years. And go back and check. Go check some of the old ones. 15 years worth of stuff up there. Still can't figure this stuff out. No problem. We're still gonna keep our foot on their neck. They're not gonna stop it no matter what. Honors to all the Moors who saw the light at Canaanland. Especially the Moors at Canaanland. Especially the ones here. Saw the light and stayed with it. We're still here. So it's a celebration this Saturday. This Saturday is going to be jam-packed this Saturday. So get ready for what we used to get. Remember back in the day, 15 years ago, when we only got it from the More vendors? And we only got it from the More vendors, and who the More vendors say, yeah, you could listen to him. Yeah, you could listen to her. If they didn't get vouched for, if no master teacher vouched for them, they know why listening to them. Nobody listening to them. So this Saturday, for all the Moors, it's 15 years we've been here. You know what I mean? And this is not some, toot horn and all that. This is what we're here to do. Right? This is our purpose. 15 years strong, fulfilling the purpose of recognizing and acknowledging and honoring Noble Drew Ali. Sometimes it falls before the ace, a couple of times fell on it, and sometimes it's after. But we make sure that it's known. Noble Drew Ali is the prophet of the Moors, of the Americas, who finally found out the truth about their nationality and their birthrights from this individual, from this seer, from this man, from this high priest. And we're going to give him honors as long as we can. So we have the Moors. I'm going to talk about our 100 years, 1925 to 2025. Here we are. Here we are. 100 years. So you're going to get hit. I don't know what's going on, but all I know, whoever is there, they'll get what they're supposed to get. So for all the out of jurisdiction Moors, we only got PayPal. Talk to some other Moor that has Cash App, do the transfer. Well, buy my stuff and I'll give you the money. Just here's the money. You buy my stuff for me with your card. I don't have a card. And then you go back, same thing, right? Remember, it's every year. And since COVID, we were doing the online. Because, we got to have Drew Ali Day. We can't be, we can't, go back and check. More at their house, trapped inside, still getting it in. Because it's the duty. It's just what we have to do. So for all those Moors who, aren't going to be in the jurisdiction, you could still be there online. Canaanland Guide. at gmail.com. Canaanland Guide at gmail.com. Send it 25 notes, will put you on the list, and you'll get the email on the day of the of the celebration. Moors will been there already. They already know. You could ask all these Moors on here. They could vouch that it's, you know, it's not some BS or whatever. Trying to get your finance, go we're a scammer. How people talk crazy. No. We're repping for Drew Ali. That's what we're about. And don't forget, Drew Ali said you need finance badly too. Since we're scammers and package sellers and all that stuff. Don't forget, Drew Ali said we need finance. So if you're for more Science Temple and more Divine National Movement and all that, then look what you're getting for 25 notes. 25 notes. You're getting some addict Moors to talk to you on a personal in honor of Noble Drew Ali. One more. If you're down with the Moors, whatever, you need more than that. If you need more than that, then you're playing. You're not serious. You're not serious. So we'll see more Saturday, and we're going to be plugging it until Saturday. And don't forget, it's all because of January 8th why we're doing all this. It's all because of Noble Drew Ali. Brought us the truth about our nationality and our birthrights. That's why we do it, to honor him. So nobody can say that they weren't told. Can't say you weren't told. Honors to the prophet. So we're going from Eliites. The music video for More Lives Matter by the band the Al Moroccans takes a more conciliatory tone, co-opting the famous slogan while insisting that in America, more lives matter because it seems like Black lives don't matter, and that education and political unity through the MSTA will ensure your inalienable rights, the insatiable delight of knowing yourself, and bring all injustice to light. Legal recognition as power from the state. Just as the law only bears consequences in society when recognized as legal by the power of the state, so too, a Leite understanding of sovereignty emphasizes that sovereignty is tenuous and temporary, the outcome of instances of recognition. Sovereignty exists when recognized by other examples of sovereignty. Hence, the importance of documents cited as evidence of recognition, as evidence of state authorization and endorsement of Aliyite claims and the Aliyite mission of citizenship. So they're going and quoting More Lives Matter video. So they have to go watch that. Then they have to listen to all the lyrics Then take two lines of one of the artist's lyrics as the reference point to make their point. And you're sitting around debating Moors with this Negro Black Indian goofiness. Bureaucratic documents and legal decisions are not the only text that can function as evidence of recognition. Alehites ascribe a similar importance to official government correspondence and proclamations. Copies of such proclamations are often reproduced as credentials in Alehite texts, as Azim Hopkins Bey does with a 2001 proclamation from the city of Philadelphia, declaring July 20th to be Moorish American Independence Day, as Menorah Bey does with a similar proclamation of the Moorish American Week around January 8th in the city of Memphis, or as Joseph Jeffries L. does with a letter awarding his Moorish mosque the Periclean Prize for outstanding and devoted service to the life and people of New York City, and inviting him to a citizens' luncheon with Mayor John Lindsay at Gracie Mansion. Washita Empress Verdiashi Gaston Elbe produces, in Return of the Ancient Ones, an invitation she received to a Pan-Indian event and a letter from the Louisiana Historical Society acknowledging her work in its archives, both serving as official recognition of her claims to indigenous identity and historical knowledge. And then all these other different Moors all over that you never hear about. Moors that you would never hear about. But remember, this is the author who went and did his research and found these people, these Moors, who mayor of whatever, councilman of whatever, whoever is inviting them to luncheons and having meetings with them. And so if this author could do his research on Moorish Americans and find all this interaction between Moors and these de facto whoever's that the people say are the government, and they're inviting them to luncheons and all this, do you think they think they're sovereign citizens? Do you think that the Moorish thing is a joke? Do you think this is a mockery of the Moors? These are the foreign people acknowledging and recognizing. Now, if you can't see, if you're blinded and you don't get that everybody knows it's just you, big dummy, that doesn't know. This is the side that you have to be on. This is the side you have to be on. Learning the truth about your nationality and your birthrights. No more assuming. No assuming. Either you know or shut up. That's your options. Because these people know. Just writing a book. Right? Noble Drew Ali on the cover and all that. And you're over here debating Moors. This is his book cover. Just Drew Ali. What has him in this place? To want to write about your prophet. You don't think that's acknowledgement? Obviously. Right? The question is, why don't you know? How is it that all these people know and you don't know? Right. Honestly, the Moors that study. Only when you know Moors than that study, because then you get put on game. You get put on game. Because we know Moors love to read. Moors love to learn. And sometimes in your reading, you just bump into things that you never thought you would bump into. I told him I sent him more to cover it's here. So he said as soon as it's here, we're gonna put it out here. Right? Because he wouldn't, the amount of information. This is why that idea of know nothing, empty mind. The mind's never full. Mind's always empty. So you could always put more in there. So this is Walking the Line, a journey from the past to present along the Mason-Dixon. Bill went in for you. Bill went in for you. Clutching their dog-eared Bibles, they rise and sing a cappella. Me and Jesus got our own thing going. Me and Jesus got it all worked out. Me and Jesus don't need anybody to tell us what it's all about. After an hour, they emerged, bathed in religious spirit in the noonday sun. I asked a very old woman if she is a Moor. Yes, I am. What is a Moor? She looks at me as though I just asked what a human being was. Then her words came out, squeezed by the insanity of my question. I don't know what you mean. We're Moors. We've been Moors for hundreds of years. And that reminds me of every Moor who the first time they popped up, first time they were Moorish with other people, and they got that 50 they got that 50 million gold bar question. Are you a Moor? The people who call themselves Moors first appeared in the Chesswold area several decades before the Civil War, and the first official record of them came in 1855 in an 1855 trial in which a man named Levi Slocum was charged with selling guns to a black man named Isaac Harmon, an illegal act at the time. Slocum's defense was that Harmon was a Nanticoke Indian, not a Negro. A witness for the prosecution, Lydia Clark, testified that Slocum and Harmon were the descendants of a black Moroccan prince who had been sold into bondage to a Delaware white woman named Rejua. Mistresses and slave fell in love, married, and had children. Their children intermarried with the local Nanticotes, and their offspring came to be called Moors. This was a dubious tale, but it was widely accepted until the 1940s when the research of C.A. Westlager, a Delaware historian, established that the Moors were a mixture of three races. The Moors found themselves shunned by the quote-unquote white community, and they distanced themselves from the black community. They turned inward and married one another. Even today, it is not uncommon for it to be unsuccessful for a woman to change her name at marriage because she and her husband already have the same last name. Part of their ancestry goes back to the Nanticokes, who were denationalized after the failure of the plot at Winnesokum in 1742. Part of it goes back to the Lenni Lenape tribe. Part of it goes back to the white colonists who drove the Indians out, and part of it goes back to the slaves and free blacks of antebellum Delaware. From the beginning, the Moors were determined to keep their racial identity. In the days of school segregation, they were barred from white schools and refused to attend Negro schools. In 1881, a law was passed allowing them to run their own school system. At one point, the state of Delaware was maintaining separate schools for whites, Negroes, Nanticotes, and Moors. In 1950, they persuaded the state to give them their own racial designation on their driver's licenses. For a few years, Delaware's licenses were marked W for white, N for Negro, O for Oriental, R for red, and M for Moor. So all the different designations, all the different fictions, all the different races and colors, red people, black people, brown people that they want to play, all these people are in actuality Moors. That's what they are supposed to be calling themselves, not all the brand names. The Moors observed a color line with blacks as rigid as any southern plantation owner. Pity the Moorish girl who had anything to do with a common black man. first, she would be warned, and if she persisted, she would be disowned by her parents and shunned by her community. In the 1890s, the Moors asked the state to send them a teacher for their school, but specifically asked that it not be a black. 3 days later, a Virginia man came to Chesswood who appeared to be Negro. They were indignant protests, and he was sent packing back to Virginia. The Moors reiterated their request for a teacher and said he could be a Moor, a white, or an Indian, but not a Negro. For their part, the Moors suffered unremitted discrimination from whites who made no distinction between them and blacks. They could not attend the white public school in Dover. They could buy food in white restaurants but had to eat outside. And before they set up their own church, they were obliged to sit in the balcony of the Methodist church in Chesswood. The joke amongst whites was that Moor meant more or less a nigger. Walking the line. So everybody knows who the Moors are. Everyone has had interactions with the Moors. And they document it and they talk about it. Remember that people aren't brand names. People have free national names. People have nationalities. And since everybody had a nationality, and we didn't, that's why nationality was the order of the day. And then we go check right now, and it's still the order of the day. Nationality is still the order of the day. As long as there's Negro, black, colored, African, whoever's out here, nationality is the order of the day. So don't forget, this Saturday, spaces filling up. This Saturday, Nature Bay, Sir the Duke of Tears, and Seton Ra Bay. And trust it's going to be great, as usual. It's not anything new. We've been doing this for 15 years. For all the Moors who are in the jurisdiction, we're going to be at the Steelworkers Hall, 25 Cecil Street, and we're kicking off 12 sharp. Because I want to give these Moors all the time that they need to get it out, whatever it is. Honors to all the Moors worldwide. Supreme honors to all the Moors worldwide. Yeah, I know I tried to revoke them, but it doesn't let me do it after I do it once. So you just have to play out of sight, out of mind for now. Supreme honors to all the Moors worldwide. Honors to all the prophets. All the prophets that did their work. Honors to you. Honors to all the mothers. Supreme honors to Noble Drew Ali. Love and peace to all the Moors in the chat. This Saturday, it's going to be off the chain. Islam to all the Moors.